Yes, guys. Yes, people. We're back. Another live stream, another video, two reviews actually. We got two separate games against Udinese in the space of 12 hours. I wasn't even ready for the second one. I missed a good period of the first half, so you guys have to allow me on that. But we can still talk about the first game, talk about the second half of the second game, I guess. Two good performances against Udinese. Not too much stuff to worry about. I thought we were very good in the first game. I think it was solid, dominated possession, had a very good high press. The link-up play between the front three was excellent. Kante, Jorginho sourcing. We do need to talk about Mendy at the back. We are going to have that conversation. When we talk about Kepa going to Napoli as well, we're going to bring up the Mendy discussion as well, because I think there's two different perspectives to look at with this loan move. And I'm not too sure if it's the right move, even though, like, let's be real, we should be getting rid of Kepa. Not too sure if it's the right time, but let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Big up everyone that's locked in. Hi, Dylan's in here. Big up yourself, my guy. Clicks, big up. Raddy SoCal. I'm Sam. This is Daddy. Big up. Catman, Clicks, again. Charlie, Benjamin, Texas Blue, Sir Timo Werner, Super Tommy Tuchel, Wason Wount, Owen, A1 Designer. Big up everybody in here. Big up Shaq as well. Click says that Kante goal was brilliant. If only our attackers could do that. Overall, the performance was brilliant. And I'm telling people, like, keeping N'Golo Kante fit for the season is going to be very key to whatever aspirations we have. I'm still saying you need to play him sparingly, and you need to be able to rotate him accordingly. And if anything, having Conor Gallagher will help us to be able to do that. But brilliant performance, unbelievable performance from Kante. One of the man of the matches in the game yesterday. And I'm speaking on N'Golo Kante first because everyone says I have this weird N'Golo agenda. So yes, I'm objective. I can speak when players play well. N'Golo Kante absolutely bossed it. Same thing with Jorginho too. Peter says speak on Mendy. Bro, I don't know what to say with Edouard Mendy anymore. I already said going into this season he's on sus watch, but I feel like he's come into pre-season worse than he left last season. Like, he didn't have a lot to deal with, but usually when he doesn't have a lot to deal with, he handles the little that he has to deal with very well. Like, first half of last season, he would carry us through certain periods of the game, and the rest of it, he'd just be standing there doing nothing because we'd just be dominating the same way we always do. Now, it's like mistake after mistake after mistake. That howler there was a double howler for Udinese's goal. What definitely wasn't good enough with him. And I'm going to go back into that when we talk about Kepa too in a little bit. But, bro, weren't good. C1 says, Cho way or no way. Nice little assist for Mason Mount with the third goal. Had a decent performance today, but was a bit more invisible in this one. But is what it is. Man said sell Kante. Bro, the fact still stands. If N'Golo or Jorginho doesn't re-sign, you would still be better off getting rid of them for any sort of value, as opposed to letting two players go for free and having to replace them again next season like we're doing with the defense. Like, think of it like this. I think selling N'Golo makes sense if you need to get money and he's not going to re-sign, but I would rather he re-signs. 100% I'd rather see N'Golo re-sign. Same thing with Jorginho, because then we can use them, we can max them out over the next season or two, and then sell, and then we'll have replacements ready. So, like, point still stands. Like, I know people are going to say, what exactly like this. Use Kante sparingly, and he will be world-class when you utilize him. It's all about game management. All about game management. Jano says Sterling was really impressive yesterday in the false nine. Yeah, and he's probably been one of our best players in pre-season, honestly. Brought a lot of flair. Brought a lot of good dribbling on both sides. Should have had a second goal, in all honesty. He smacked the post in the second half. Really good performance from him. Oh, the whole front three in general. I thought the link-up play between him, Havertz, Mason Mount, it was brilliant at times. Only thing is, the finishing. Same as usual. Sterling had a couple chances that he could have buried. Havertz had like 3 or 4 tap-ins that he just absolutely flopped. But we already know the situation with our finishing. And I feel like I'm a broken record if I just talk about it over and over again. So I can't really say too much. Alright, what else are we saying? Going Newcastle probably. What? Hudson-Odoi. I did hear links of that like a month or two ago. But that's about it. I haven't heard anything else. CFC Time says we need to talk about Pulisic. Apparently he was asked today. And like again, I barely watched the first half, so I can't say too much about it. But every single comment I've seen on Pulisic was that he was atrocious. And I was surprised with that because he started the preseason very well. I thought he was our only good forward against what was it? Club America, not Club America, Charlotte. That was it. He was our only good forward against Charlotte. Did really well in the second half against Club America. I barely even remember if he played against Arsenal or not. But this game he was terrible, and I need to rewatch the first half before I make any judgments about it. But yeah, we were talking about consistency, so like that's a bit of a step back from him, is what it is. Santiago says Pulisic wants to leave. He's not even trying. I wouldn't say he's not even trying anymore because a week or two ago he was balling out. I think if anything, it's probably just a bad game from him because the others have been decent. It hasn't been like he's been all round crap during pre-season because I don't think that's the case with him. It's probably just been this game. Apparently, if Kante doesn't resign by the end of the window, we want Frenkie de Jong as security. We need to get Frenkie de Jong regardless, whether Kante signs or not, because that's a good transfer for us to make. Doesn't matter whether Kante resigns or not, Jorginho resigns or not. If anything, bringing them in means we could potentially let one or the other go. Or we could keep them all and strengthen our midfield in general. So, in my opinion, whether they re-sign or not, get Frenkie de Jong in if there is any possibility of getting him in. What else? Dylan says Havertz was awful Saturday. I thought there was times in link-up play where he was good, but the finishing is fucking atrocious. It's so bad. Like, it's genuinely Werner-esque. And this is going to be a big problem if he's our number 9. This is why I keep saying, get a 9 in. At the least, like, maybe Broja will be able to improve on it, but like his finishing was poor too. I at least got to see some of his chances in the first half. That ball that went across the edge of goal, and he absolutely flopped it. Like, if that was Havertz, we're ripping into him. Broja, I'm not saying anything too much about because that's probably his first start for Chelsea. And he's the one where, in my opinion, you can have you can't sell him too early, otherwise he could be another De Bruyne or Salah. You could have that sort of argument for Broja because he's barely played for us. I'll give him the season. We'll see if he becomes more decisive in front of goal. I've still thought he looked great in terms of link-up play, movement, taking on players 1v1. It's just the final ball that needs to improve from him. But he's actually young. He is actually inexperienced. So it's actually worth giving Broja the time to grow and blossom and develop. And also, don't whine about game time when you're finishings like that. I'm going to throw that one out there too. But yeah, Broja's finishing wasn't the best today. But I can be more patient with him because he's younger. Because he's barely played. He's only had his first season of Premier League experience last year. That was his first season of top flight experience. So, to me, like, I'm fine with giving Broja an extra chance. Quietly saying it, but Sterling reminds me of Hazard in terms of picking up the ball and driving. Yes, but I think it's also been because we have lacked that ever since Eden Hazard left. Like, William brought it in phases, but he was good at ball progression and just poor at the end product. Pulisic in Project Restart was just absolutely nuts. He felt like 12, 13 Eden Hazard when he still had a bit of an eye for goal instead of being more of a playmaker. But we don't see that a lot, especially recently. So I don't blame people for having Hazard comparisons, but I'm just going to say the level below. But still, I do see what you're saying, and it's very exciting to see that in our team. Now, get me Wilfried Zaha to do the same thing on the other side. Harrison Hunt says thoughts on the second game. Again, like, what's it called? Udinese didn't look like they threatened us at all. It just felt like Chelsea barely needed to get out of first or second gear. Ruben Loftus-Cheek absolutely sourced it at right wing back. And if we're not going to get depth in that position, maybe Ruben's going to be the answer to our problems on the right-hand side. Maybe. Or we end up bringing in a Dumfries, or we end up bringing in Pavard. You never know. But Loftus-Cheek looked good there, and he looks to be getting a bit more comfortable in that position. He was a bit iffy towards the end of last season because we kind of just shoehorned him in there. But he's starting to adapt there. He's starting to make it his own. Good finish as well for the first goal. And again, as well, I need to say Kovacic, unbelievable passing from him. Should have had 2 assists. Broja wasted one of his chances. But he got the one for Loftus-Cheek, and it was a nice taken goal by him too. Yeah, Koulibaly as well. Barely had a lot to deal with in the game yesterday, but handled it excellently. And to be honest, the same thing goes to the entire back three. Reece James was a bit quiet. I don't think he was poor, but I just didn't really see too much of him. Who played on the left? Let me see the lineup. Alonso. His end product could have been a little bit better, but I thought his play in the midfield third and the defensive third were all right. Reece James's pre-season, bit quiet in all honesty, a little bit quiet, but I'm not worried about that or anything because I know Reece James's quality. He's basically our best. He's basically our best forward, and he plays at wing back, so I'm not too worried about it. But it was a bit quiet, Yeah, again, Poku Doku, I agree with you. Broja looked very raw, but you can afford to give him time. 4 years contract, inexperienced, like we said, very raw, and we already knew that from his Southampton loan spell. I'm just still kind of happy with what I saw. It's just the finishing needs to be better. 100% needs to be better, but he can grow, he can continue to develop. We'll see what he's like in a couple months. Let's just hope it doesn't become a regular factor. Why Jorginho hides line-breaking passes and through balls? He has in him like he saw yesterday, but he's too afraid to. Jorginho plays those line-breaking passes. It's just no one does anything with them. This is why I don't get the fucking agenda that Jorginho only passes sideways. If we're going to complain that he only passes sideways, it's in positions where the entire team is doing it. So it's not just Jorginho. It's just easy to blame him because he's the regista and he's the one who's controlling the play and everything like that. But Jorginho plays those line-breaking passes. I've seen him play direct through passes to the likes of Mason Mount multiple times through last season. It's just they get wasted. So people don't notice them because nothing happens. But it doesn't mean that Jorginho doesn't do it. Like, he makes a lot of forward passes and people don't give him the credit for it. Luis Ocante. Oh, here we fucking go, bruv. One game, right? And people are saying, you need a 500-word apology to N'Golo Kante because you're wrong. No. All I'm saying, I've said the same thing numerous times. Play him sparingly, give him rest in between games, and there is a baller there. You play him way too much, he starts to become more rash, he starts to get more injured, and then he comes back and he needs recovery time, and then that also plays into it, and he gets worse. What apology? Where? I don't understand it, but I'm just going to put it down to Kante stands. Is what it is. Broja Sitter was the worst miss we've had since... Nah, watch Havertz against Club America, bro. Man started a challenge off that miss. Just because he managed to find the bin by accident. Thoughts on Havertz's performance? Again, good in link-up play. I'm not going to act like he was crap. He really weren't. It was only his finishing that sucked. Link-up play was good. Don't remember any chances created or anything. But like the front three was sourcing. And he was part in it. So, yeah, I thought he played well. Just really needs to improve on his finishing. Is there any other things on the game, or should I just go straight into transfer news? Ilias says, who'd you take, Salah or Mahrez at Chelsea? Mahrez. Every day of the week, I'd take Riyad Mahrez. Like, Salah's a finisher, but he's another one that needs multiple chances in order to be able to score. So, that ain't going to work in this Chelsea side. So, I'm going to take Riyad Mahrez. Does Reece get... No, Reece doesn't get angry. I don't think he gets angry easily. I just think he knows his strength. The guy knows he's fucking wham, and no one's going to be able to touch him. So, like, if he ends up getting pissed off and he goes to a play, I don't think he's going to get himself sent off or nothing. Just think he's going to make a fool of whoever tries to step to him. It's as simple as that. Like, Diego Costa was the type that would get angry easily. And you could clearly see it because he was beefing every match. Reece doesn't beef every match. He is there every now and then, But that's about it. The midfield showed me what I want to see. However, Udinese, I need to see this against Premier League team. My only worry with the midfield is that we were yet again getting done easily on transition. Like, there was a couple times, and it was only a couple times, because Udinese really didn't threaten us too much in the first game, or in the second, in all honesty. But every time we were caught a bit exposed because we were pressing high up, Jorginho and Kante were high up the field, they were transitioning on us very quickly. It was just we were lucky there wasn't a lot of quality in the squad. I saw this one move where this one player had Kante and Jorginho on either side of them, shielded the ball, turned the pair of them, and then hit a 40-yard pass forward, and then they were breaking on us. And that was only Udinese. And we've seen that happen multiple times through last season as well. That was my only real worry. Other than that, like, 4 was a good game. 4 was a really good game. Right, if there's nothing else here, we'll go into the transfer talk. Actually, no. You know what? You're actually correct. That one was completely across the face of goal. So you know what? That one might have been worse than Havertz against Club America. Fair enough. Man of the match yesterday and today. Today, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yesterday, Kante or Sterling, I think. Yeah, Kante or Sterling for man of the match yesterday. I'm not too sure. One or the other. And look, I picked N'Golo as man of the match. Ooh, agenda. Bollocks. Right, let's see. Yep, we'll go into the Werner news, Ryan. Let's talk about it. So, Timo Werner would like to go back to Leipzig and is willing to accept his salary being halved in order to leave Chelsea this summer. Now, we already know Werner wants more minutes for the World Cup. He's been frustrated with his time at Chelsea. And I've said it, if you want more game time for the World Cup, drop your wages and leave. And he's doing it. So, more credit to him. I'm not going to sit here and cuss him out or slander him or anything. He's now making the moves necessary in order to leave the club. And that's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted. And by the way, 67 likes is disrespectful, guys. Run up the likes. We should be on a minimum of 100. But yeah, Werner's doing exactly what we're asking of him, which is rare. We don't say that a lot. Exactly. It's the dummy run Timo Werner needs to make. So I'm not going to sit here and chat shit. Like, there was a time where I really would have wanted this transfer to work, but that was a long time ago, and I've already accepted it's not going to work for us now. Werner going is fine by me. Chelsea, I think, is trying to look to see if they could do it in a swap deal and maybe get Vardiol the other way. That's 2 birds with 1 stone, and that's even better for us. But yeah, I'm happy with it. 100% happy with it. And Timo Werner, like, more power to you if you're pushing this move. Go light up the Bundesliga again like we know you're capable of. I'm not even going to chat shit because he's doing exactly what we're asking of him. The only thing is, now, get a forward in. If it wasn't already big enough, we're now losing another forward. That means get another forward in. There are options out there. Go and test those options and get a forward in. Because, like, we're running out of options, and our options aren't even that good enough, if we're being honest, except maybe the front three of Mount, Havertz, and Sterling. Other than that, there's nothing. Ziyech wants to leave. Bro's just raw. Cho is just Cho. And, yeah, other than that, there's not really too much to say on it. Everton pulled out the Barkley deal. Fuck off. No way is that true. Really? Okay, let me have a look. Ross Barkley to Everton is not on the agenda for Frank Lampard's side. They are not interested in pursuing the Chelsea midfielder. Aight. Well, if he takes Batshuayi, it's fine. Like, one or the other, and I'm perfectly fine. We could find someone to take Barkley. Like I keep saying, we got the majority of the money we spent on him back anyway when we loaned him to Villa. All someone needs to do is put 4 million up for Barkley. And then just sell. Just let go. You've got your 15 million and that's it. It's done. I don't care too much. But, yeah, they don't want Barkley. I don't really blame them. To be honest, Everton have, like, how many 10s? So, like, I'm not too shocked. I'm really not too shocked the more I think about it. But it's whatever. can't really act like Barkley's any good and he's worth selling anyway. So, what are you guys saying on the Werner stuff? Whether you love Zaha or not, I've been saying it. And I think the only thing now is that it's very late to the window, but send Cho the other way or something like that. Loan with an option to buy or just sell him. Or I don't know. I think that's a good way to make it work. Tuchel ain't selling Werner. Depends on if we go in for other options. Because if we do, then we'll let Werner go. And let's not act like Tuchel's happy with Werner. Werner's already said Tuchel is too critical and skeptical about him. So, I don't expect anything. Just let him go. Let him go. Guys, continue to run the likes up. Smash the subscribe button. If you want to make sure I see your comment as well, drop a super chat. And let's see what else you guys are saying. Bowen, Elise, Zaha, or St. Maximin? Who are you taking? Elise first and foremost. I just think it's an unrealistic transfer. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do think he re-signed to a long-term contract with Palace. And also, we are just going to pay above the dollar for him. So I don't expect Elise to be realistic. St. Maximin as well, very unrealistic. Why are Newcastle going to sell their best player? No chance. Bowen, unrealistic too. I would take him. I don't know how he would do in a possession-based squad. I do think he'd have to adjust too, but he's young and he can make that adjustment. So, I wouldn't be against Bowen. But I keep saying Zaha because Zaha is the realistic one for me. He's got a year left on his contract. He would push to join a top 6 club. And I think we could send Palace someone the other way and they'd be fine with it. Palace love our academy. Just send them another one. Here, we'll throw you Hudson-Odoi and have someone else on loan. Have your pick out of the academy. Fuck it. And then we're fine. So, that's why I keep pushing Zaha. Zaha is realistic to me. And it makes sense. I hope we sell Werner too, but with his wages, I wouldn't be surprised if it is a loan spell. Unless he halves it. Okay, so if there's no other points, I'm going to go to the... Yeah, we'll go to the Kepa stuff because I'm not too sure about this, and I'm surprised I'm thinking this way. But Kepa to Napoli on loan is getting closer. Chelsea will pay 3/4 of his salary, which I think is already a little bit of an L. Why are we paying 3/4 of Kepa's salary? I know we fucked ourselves with the salary that we gave him, but still, I don't really understand that one. But my biggest issue isn't even the wages. My biggest issue is we already have so many other areas of the squad we need to focus on. We need to get centre-backs in. We need wing-back depth. We need midfielders, creators, strikers. Are we really going to add another goalkeeper to that list as well? Especially seeing as I'm not confident in Mendy right now. Mendy has gradually got worse as the years progressed. And now we're going to take away his only competition and potentially make him complacent. I don't know. It's rubbing me the wrong way. Because, yeah, Kepa ain't the answer to our problems. 100%. But right now, Mendy isn't. And we're getting rid of Mendy's competition. So, I don't really know if it's the right move for us. I'm bouncing off you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And to me, I do understand Kepa has to leave. He does. But is it the right move now? This close to the season starting, we've got so many other areas of the squad we have to address. We're now going to add another area of the squad that we have to address as well. And even then, we're putting all of our faith in a goalkeeper who has only just got worse. Let's call it what it is. Pre-season, he's looked worse than he looked towards the end of last season. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right move for us. Matt's probably watching this stream with the biggest grin on his face, but I don't know if it's the right move because Mendy has not put any confidence in me. He's been one of our worst players in pre-season. Call it what it is. He's been one of our worst players. Arsenal, his distribution was awful. Kind of responsible for the first goal. Club America, not Club America, the last game, who the fuck we played, Udinese, he had barely anything to do, and he had 2 howlers for that first goal. So, I don't know. The only thing I'm saying is, Kepa wants to leave, so do you keep someone here who doesn't want to be here? I don't think so. And you could probably get a number 2 that would still provide some sort of competition anyway. It's just now that's another area of the squad that we have to look into. Is that the right move for us? I'm not sure. Let's see what you guys' comments are saying. What happened to... Oh, God knows. But he was going on loan anyway. He's an 18-year-old. Like, we're not going to rely on him for the season. I did hear this, but this went quiet. And that was a Lazio goalkeeper. And what was it? Kepa was linked with Lazio. So I thought it was just one goes one way, the other goes the other way. So I don't know. Arsenal just battered Sevilla 6-0. Yeah, Sevilla can hold that. I don't care if it's Arsenal. Fuck Sevilla. Guess maybe you should have kept your centre-back after all, eh? Yes, I am salty. I don't give a shit. Yeah, Mendy is looking hella sus. I do think he's a good goalkeeper as well, but you have to see it. I keep saying, like, this is the thing I say about Havertz, and the same energy has to go to Mendy. Like, say what you want about what the player is capable of. If they can't do it consistently, then there's no point saying they're at that level. Consistency is the number one thing to any world-class player, any world-class potential, world-class anything. And he's not been that. Not since AFCON. No, well, tell a lie. Not since the Carabao Cup final. He's not been the same goalkeeper. So I need to see a lot more from him. That's why I'm a bit iffy about letting Kepa leave. He's been too exposed. No, he hasn't been exposed. Like, let's be real. He's done it to himself. He wasn't exposed with the Real Madrid errors or the errors against Leicester City or God knows who towards the end of the season. Or the pre-season howlers or anything like that. We're not blaming Mendy's form on the players around him. No. It has been on Mendy. Let's just call it what it is. Everyone's talking about Jesus. Yeah, look, Arsenal are looking scary right now, and that's fair enough. See how it goes through the season. But it is what it is. I said get the cycling goalkeeper. Hey, I am the Chelsea vlogger here. We ain't having someone come here and take my job. We're not doing this, bro. We're not doing this. Thoughts on yesterday? Again, good in link-up play, poor finishing. That's the way I saw it. I don't think it was terrible. The finishing needs to be better. Don't lie to me. Actually, what do you mean don't lie to me? I bet there was someone on there that said that. I just want to know who. I need to know who. Give me names. Because that's a madness. Something in my chair. I can't be arsed. Bear with me. Cool. Right. Right, I'm going to send the link to everyone in a couple seconds. Yeah, our whole team are guilty of errors leading to goal, but use the eye test, guys. Don't tell me you've watched Mendy over the last 6 months and you think that's the same goalkeeper. Come on, guys. It's not that case. Everyone worried about the season. I get it, but like I'm not saying too much until the season starts. Look who popped up. You know what? Yeah, we'll send the link out to everybody. Prime, I'll throw you the link too. Give me a sec. Who else? Fees about maybe you two. Cool. Let's do Instagram. Give me a sec, guys. You already know what time this is. But guys, while I'm sending the link out, hit the like button. Hit the like button, people. It pushes the stream out to more people. Pushes us higher up on the recommended. You guys already know what it is. So guys, smash the like and subscribe button. We're actually on the road to 30k, so big up everyone that's been subscribing. We've had some mad growth over the last month, so big up to all of you, every last one. Scott's in here. Yes, bro, what are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Didn't manage to see either of the games, but I kind of gone back and watched the highlights of them. Impressed with certain players. Loftus-Cheek was impressive from what I saw from last night. I was quite impressed with Gilmour as well from the limited time he came on. I thought his awareness on the pitch was very good in terms of like just linking up play, being aware of everything around him. Who else impressed me? Sterling impressed me. Jorginho, obviously, Kante impressed me. I might have to, depending on how how he carries on for the rest of the season. I might have to hold the L on him. We'll wait and
On
see.
who?
On Kante. If he carries on how he did in the game and the rest of the season, I'll happily hold the L on that. But we'll have
It
to
all
wait and
depends
see.
on what your opinion was. Like, to me, it wasn't outright selling. It was just playing sparingly, and we're happy.
Mine was don't renew him for another seat. Like, let him leave on a free at the end of this year. Let him be a backup. Like, it should be Kovacic and Jorginho starting. So, like, it kind of depends on how he plays. Like, if he performs like he did yesterday, I'll happily hold the L on that. Who else impressed me? I'm trying to think if anyone else impressed me. Havertz again was just.
I thought the front three had good link up. Like, I won't completely slander him. It's just the finishing. The finishing is atrocious.
No, I'll slander him when he. Oh, bro, have you seen the clip? There's a clip going out there of Sterling had a chance where he backheeled it. Havertz plays the pass behind him. He literally could square it, and Sterling has a tap in, and he plays it behind him and chips it to him. All he has to do is play it on the floor.
Maybe I need to rewatch it.
I'll send it to you. I found it. Let me find it actually. But
I've been saying we need a number 9 anyway, so I'm not even too
there's some
shocked.
people that impress me. You know, like, yeah, I was quite, as I said, I was quite impressed by the game, but by some of the players. There's some players that I still feel the same way about. Like, my feelings haven't changed on Gallagher. He still does not suit the system. Still cannot play either in the front line because he's like. At the end of the day, his numbers aren't good enough to play in the front line, and he can't play in the midfield because his ball progression and his ball retention aren't good enough. So he doesn't fit. As I said, you talk about who we can get for like Zaha, bro. Send them Gallagher the other way. Send them Gallagher the other way.
Oh, for me, I was gonna say Cho. At least it's a like for like winger for winger replacement.
Potentially. Also, with the Elise thing, I swear he's got a release clause of 35 mil.
Fuck off, does he? Does he? I'm all over that if that's the case.
Also on the Mendy thing, I agree that he's been poor, but Kepa just needs to leave. Kepa just needs to leave at this point. Like, we're at the stage, like, if need be, Romero is there on a free.
I think he does.
But with the like Kepa thing, he needs to leave as soon as possible, and a loan is the quickest way for it. Like, the loan is going to hopefully progress because
I hear that, but like with Mendy's form, is it the right move?
Romero's on the free, I think. So.
I'll say you've got Romero on a free. I said this in the group chat. I personally like him. With them just getting Johnston, see what Palace are saying for Guaita. See if we can get him for a year loan. Like, just test the water, see if you can get him. I quite like him. He's at the very least a good shot stopper, which is what we need.
Like, yeah, because I'm not asking for anyone amazing as a number 2 option. I keep saying what you see is what you get with your number 2s. They just need to be competent.
Go take Romero on a 1-year deal, maybe. Like, just see what's out there, because Kepa ain't it, just isn't it. And I'll happily wait and see what happens with Mendy this season, as bad as he's been this preseason. I'll happily wait and see what happens with Mendy for a year, and then go and get another number 1 next season, like an Oblak or someone of that caliber next summer.
Same, like, I'm happy with giving him the patience, but it's the same thing with Kai, where it's like we're going to have to. So it's like I'm just going to back away. But it's like he hasn't been good enough.
No, but Mendy has more in the bank than Kai. Let's be honest.
Does he?
Yeah, he has more in the bank.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I'm not sure because his form has been consistently bad for a while now.
Yeah, no, but he had a whole season like. The only thing people can point to with Kai is that one Champions League goal. With Mendy, it's a whole season where he was arguably one of the best in the world. He had a whole season where he was arguably one of the world.
Mendy was not one of the best in the world for a whole season.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
For the whole season?
For the whole calendar year.
2021, yes.
For the whole calendar year.
No. Let's say the year
the whole season.
Yeah, I'm talking about
even even the year 2021, for the latter half of 2021, he was a bit suspect.
No. It was after the EFL Cup. It was after the Carabao Cup final. He ain't been the same since.
Cool. If I say anything,
because the Carabao Cup final, he bossed it. He saved us like about 3-4 separate times.
Well, the Carabao Cup final was not under 2021 calendar year, but okay.
No. I mean, his form's dipped since that point. That's why I've
All right,
seen.
no, it's cool. It's cool. If I speak, you guys will say I have an agenda, but yeah, everyone else
Prime,
will have to
speak.
say Mendy's not.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Like,
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
hey, don't get in your
Cool.
feelings, bruv. Speak.
It's cool. Hey, I'm not in my feelings. It's cool. You guys got gas because Petr scouted this guy. It's fine.
I just pray this De Jong thing is true, though.
Same.
What, has there been another update on it or what?
No, about because if Kante doesn't make his decision by August, we're not going to have time to sign another midfielder, and that's what they're saying.
Wait, if
it's not
Kante
like
what?
If he doesn't make his decision whether he's going to renew by August or something, or during the August period, we won't have time to sign a midfielder, which is a problem.
I mean, we should already be in for it in spite of whether he re-signs or not, personally.
Yeah, I agree, but we know this club.
Like, it shouldn't be a case of one in or one out with the midfield. We know we could do with strengthening it with just about one more midfielder or two, and then I'd be happy.
Imagine we got De Jong and a loan option to buy, and Kante leaves the next season, and we have De Jong. That'll be proper, like, rebuild.
That would be a brilliant move for us. I still want to keep Kante and Jorginho, the pair of them.
Yeah.
Even sparingly, I think the pair of them give us something.
Yeah, and I think depending on what happens this season, like I've said before, I think this is much more likely to happen under Bowley. Like, if need be, just let them go for frees at the end of their contracts next summer. Like, if we get the midfield replacements in, if not, then obviously you need to keep them. But use them this season to like help bed in, your likes of Gallagher if he improves, your Gilmore's if he stays, your De Jongs if he comes in, etc. Like, because they can help bed these guys in. They can help, get them used to the system, getting used to the environment they're in. They can help.
Yeah. A loan to up, and plus Barca need to register players, so they're gonna at least need De Jong to be off the books for a year. Similar to
the number one thing is like making De Jong want to leave.
I was to say the thing is they don't even need to like want him all of his wages. They need him to reduce his wages, which if we take some of them off of him, that happens.
I guess that helps us, but then I'm not even sure about the finances. But what happens to the 17 mil that he's owed?
I don't know what if he goes on loan. I don't know what happens to the 17 mil, but I know that they need to like reduce his wages for them to register players. And the way they can do that, or one way they can do that, is we can take some of them if we got to sign them on loan.
Yeah, it was similar to Saul last season with Atletico. They needed to like loan them out so they can register players that season.
Last time I checked, to actually move on De Jong, they have to resolve the wage issues first. So they actually asked United if they were willing to pay the wages too on top of the 80 mil. And United were like, no.
The nerve! Hey, can you pay the 70 million in wages that we owe him, please? Sorry, guys, we're broke. By the way, we're spending 150 million on Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Koundé, but we're still broke.
And they're trying to sign Bernardo Silva as well. For like 8 or 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're willing to actually sign Bernardo Silva if they sell De Jong first. So that's like 80 million for 80 million. It's like a swap in their heads or something. But they have to resolve the wage issues before they can move him. Either they pay the wage issues, or the buying club has to pay them. And,
or he takes a pay cut and forgoes the 17 mil.
Which is something he isn't willing to do because Xavi already told him about it and De Jong refused.
I don't even blame him. Why are you foregoing 17 mil to losing out on just to cut your wages because of this club?
Yeah. That's what I'm praying.
Barca already offered to pay like 3.5 from the 20, but De Jong refused. And maybe a week later, they offered to pay 7 million from the 20, and De Jong refused. So in De Jong's eyes, I guess they're gonna have to pay the whole 20 mil. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I feel like this is a situation that's going to go all the way down to deadline day anyway. It's not going to get resolved in a week or two.
Lewis, for me, this week has been too quiet for nothing to be happening next week, man. For your comments, it's been too quiet.
I wouldn't be too surprised if that's the case though, because like we're usually slow.
Also, I'm not expecting I'm not expecting any incomings happening anytime soon, but I'm expecting a couple of outgoings. Like I think Werner will go. I think Savić will eventually go. I think that Kepa will go. Apart from that, I'm not really sure. Maybe Batshuayi, maybe, but I'm not entirely sure if that's still going to happen or not. But hey, at least we're seeing players leave. At least we're starting to trim the bloated squad we've got.
Well, what's his name? Lampard didn't say no to Batshuayi. He said no to Barkley at least. So it looks like Batshuayi to Everton could actually happen, and that's a good thing at least.
Thank the Lord. He's the
So
worst.
Barkley is not going to Everton anymore?
Nope.
Nah. What was the quote that came out? I think Lampard just wasn't keen on bringing Barkley into the squad. Yeah, Ross Barkley to Everton is not on the agenda for Lampard's side, and they're not interested in him.
They're looking at other midfielders because Fabrizio reported today they're trying to go in for Idrissa Gueye from PSG.
Yeah. I wish we could terminate his contract, but that's going to be.
When does his contract end?
Next year.
Based on reports, we're trying to sell 2 forwards between Werner, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, and Pulisic. And Newcastle are kind of interested with Cho. They want to try to buy him.
I think I think they said they're trying to put a buyback clause in.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah, Chelsea are considering it, but like basically Newcastle might walk away if Chelsea asks for too much.
From who?
For Cho. Newcastle wants to buy Cho.
Why we need a buyback clause on him?
Well, we want to.
Well, he's still 21, so like, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's
In case he's the prime hazard that we expect.
Yeah, in case he comes good. Like, he could come good, but we never know.
That's
It's the same reason why we put buyback clauses.
No way or no way. Let's go.
The thing I will say though on the attackers is like, I could realistically see us selling like nearly all of them, apart from the 3 or 4 that like started the last. Like apart from Havertz, Mount, Sterling, and Brozier, I could see any of the attackers we've got getting sold, but we can't afford to sell like 4 of them. At least not without getting a couple of players.
I didn't watch today's first.
Apparently he was in close. Yeah, apparently
he was terrible.
Yeah, you did.
I heard Ruben balled out. Midfield looked decent.
Yeah.
Did anybody actually watch the game this morning?
I watched.
I
but I didn't actually see the whole game. I watched the comp. That was about it.
I saw Brozier's chances though. Again, Brozier I'm fine with though because like he's actually young, he's actually inexperienced. I don't mind giving him a season to see if he can become a bit more decisive. Plus, he looks good when he was on the ball. It's just the finishes were atrocious, and he does need to be better at that. But he's the one I can actually give patience to.
I was kind of happy he missed because that's kind of a reality check for him. Considering he considered like he had to have every minute and he was willing to like leave the club and he was willing to go somewhere else. Like maybe a few missed chances are good for him.
I thought it was bollocks anyway because like it doesn't make sense. I just feel like he wanted money. The whole situation with that is financial.
Who did they play it against?
Udinese again.
Yeah, they played against them.
Yeah, I think it was the B team.
Yeah, it was 2 games in 12 hours. This one was behind closed doors. I know. Like I don't know if they had the same team, but we played our rotation. Oh, Peter, one sec. Let me send you the link.
Lewis, it's imperative. I think we need 3 new players. It's imperative we get 3 new players.
Hey, if Werner's leaving, then that means another forward definitely is coming in.
I hope
because we are going to.
I don't know if you guys rate him, but if we send Werner to Leipzig, I hope we can try get Angelino, the left wing back.
That would be banging.
I think he's good.
Yeah,
I think
because that's probably the one area that we need to focus on. Because like Kennedy's looked decent, and I'm probably happy with him starting against Everton. Don't know about the whole season, but like Chilwell's looked rusty, understandably so because the injury. Alonso's looked Alonso, and I don't really want to have to like shoehorn someone else in there. So like I've said as well, like I commented, I said this on Twitter earlier as well. We should be all over this deal for Kostic that West Ham are trying to do. Like we should be trying to hijack that at every attempt. He is
we're so slow on some of these targets. I see other clubs going in for like
Kostic would be sick. He would be a banging win back.
You got Barca doing these fucking Rudiger recovery tackles on every single target that we're in for, and it's like, well, what the fuck are we doing?
And the thing is, like, they're getting this done in like the space of like a week, maybe even less, like a few days. We're pissing around with these players for like 2 weeks and not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Just hopefully now we're
so
towards the end
something
of the
has to be
summer.
happening.
What was that?
Because it's been too quiet this week. It's been too quiet this week for something not to be happening.
Yeah, now there's no preseason games left and we got a week without football. Hopefully it means we start focusing more on the transfer market a bit more. GoAM says breaking, Arsenal are all in for Pendu. Fraudetta feels he will work perfectly with Partey. I really need to fucking read these before I say for the donation. Anyway, GoAM, much appreciated, but fucking hell, man.
Speaking of Arsenal, are we gonna talk about how they think they'll finish above us?
Why we need to talk about Arsenal?
Arsenal think they'll finish above us every year, and every year they don't. So it's like, oh look, they open their mouths again. Shock.
Bro,
just don't say anything. Just bookmark. Just clip. We eat at the end of the season anyway, so it's fine.
A lot of rivals on the finish top 40.
I'm worried about Spurs. United all depends on Ten Hag. I ain't worried about Arsenal. I'm not worried about Arsenal.
No, I'm kind of getting a little bit more easy on Spurs. We didn't do the signings that I thought we were gonna do improve, which is another midfielder, another.
I think Alex is right.
They didn't. So they still have a big problem in that.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, Peter. What are you saying?
Did you watch the second game, Peter?
Nah, bro, that's 2 a.m. my time. No fucking chance I'm staying.
Yeah, it was 5 a.m. for me, and I was driving.
Apparently, it wasn't on in America though. Well, apparently, some people said it wasn't on in America.
That's completely fine with me. I was deep asleep. But nah, I heard you guys talking about getting like a left wing back. The only problem with getting a left-footed wing back, right, or getting somebody who only plays on one side is we need cover for both sides. So if we are going to address that position, yes, I would take Kostic. That's the player I've been shouting in the GC for like 4 months now. I was like, look, he's got 1 year left on his deal. It wouldn't be expensive.
Also, he's been pushing to move for about 2 years now. Like he nearly joined Juve last summer.
Yeah. So like, you know what? I would take it, but we need cover on both sides. So if we can find somebody that could play on both sides when needed, because for whatever reason Hudson-Odoi doesn't want to embrace his right wing back future, then like, hey man, that's what we need to do.
Actually, he cannot embrace even wing because
he's not playing wing.
It's second half. In the second half, JFK got to wing back on the right side, and Cho moved up.
Like
and
Arsenal,
he's still
real quick.
No, Udinese.
I'm just gonna say like real quick, like we need cover on both sides, right? Basically,
yeah.
It would be great to get 2 wingbacks, but like, let's be real, guys. If we could get one that could deputize on both,
so we're still going with no JFK for that position.
But like,
realistically,
Tuchel doesn't want.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we've got 2 options. We've got 2 options. One's Mihaela, one's Dest, and I don't feel.
Oh, Mihaela! I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole fucking time. Can't be asked. All right, cool.
Hold on a second.
Is it not Melia?
I don't really. Melia is the Leeds keeper, man. I don't really want Dest if I'm
No, the Leeds keeper is Meslier.
His name is Jean Melia. He's French, man. Come on.
No, it's Mihaela. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got that weird like A&E connected together.
Yeah.
It makes it
But
weird.
like we need wingback cover. We need another center back, and we would like another attacking player. We're not gonna get 2 wingbacks. I would settle for just 1 at this point. You know what? I would settle for 1, and if Emerson and Alonso somehow found a way to leave, I would take that.
Yeah. You know who's not leaving? Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Okay,
I don't hear no disrespect to my number 1 keeper after his recent performance. Okay?
Hey man, DiMarzio said it, man. Like
Matt, can I ask a question? Matt, when did you become a Napoli fan, bro?
I'm not a Napoli fan. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Fabrizio said it 2 hours ago.
Well, you were talking about the soon-to-be Napoli number 1. So what were we talking about number 1?
I'm Kepa Spidho, right? I tell you what goes here and there. He told me on a phone call that he's staying. Miles, Fab, they're all rubbish. If you want to sell our first keeper to a guy who can't save a rebound and jumps over the ball, then we're screwed for the season. what secondary keeper is going to come into our club and fix our strategies?
Sergio
Hey,
Romero.
hey, Matt. Do you have access to Serie A in Australia?
Yeah, we do. Why?
All right, so you'll be fine, man. You'll still get to watch your boy.
I don't get La Liga here, so you're fucking lucky, ain't you?
I know Kepa fan. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Lewis, you don't get La Liga in Barcelona.
BT Sport.
But this on BT Sport.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, I
They
thought
weren't on last
I thought
season.
Australia was just
There it
desert
is.
and there's spiders.
Well, our country, we have all the football you can get for a small price of $50 a month, but I can watch it illegally. But I want him to stay. Like, guys, what realistically, who comes in and fixes our problems? I don't want no fucking.
I can tell you, Barcelona thinking of get rid of the goalkeeper because
Neto. They want to get rid of Neto. I'll take Neto over Kepa.
We can literally get any goalkeeper with actual wrist in reserve, and we'll be fine.
By the way,
but that's the only thing for me because
I understand the agenda with Mendy being poor lately. Even with that thing, I still don't want Kepa as a number one. So
I would have wanted the second keeper coming in. Areola, Neves, I like those guys, but Neto, I've watched him. I don't think he's the worst option, but he's not the best. Kepa's the best option to rotate with Mendy, to compete with Mendy.
He's not though.
But this is not priority.
Like I said, Sergio Romero is chilling there on a free, and when he was at United, was the best backup in the league. There were times where he should have been starting over De Gea.
Romero, isn't he?
That's not an actual problem. Trust me, if they've really thought about letting Kepa go and they're willing to pay 3/4 of his wages, trust me, they have a plan to replace him.
Do you think they have a plan to replace everyone else? Our attack, our midfield, our defense? No, they haven't even replaced Christina yet.
They're not offering to pay 3/4 of our attackers' wages to go on loan, are they?
Can you put the first two moves coming?
If they were, I feel like they'd have a plan. I don't know.
Well, if I still trust our ownership. I trust our club. I do see us possibly making a signing, but there's no signing on the market that can realistically compete with Mendy. I'm sorry, but Mendy's been asked. Kepa's been decent. I understand the wages are high and this and that, but get an actual good signing. Neto is not a good signing. Romero, I think he's gone to an Argentine club.
No, he's a free agent, bro. He's literally a free agent.
He's like, how old is he?
Kepa is pushing for the move.
Yeah, Kepa wants to be
If I was a Kepa fan, I would want him out of this club immediately because he's been disrespected left, right, and center.
You are a Kepa fan and you want him to stay.
because I'm a Chelsea fan. I want him to stay because I'm a Chelsea fan, and I know there's no one who can compete with Mendy. Hang on. Did you listen to what I said? I said if I was a Kepa fan, I would want him out of this club. But I'm not a Kepa fan.
But you're a Kepa fan and you want him to stay at this club.
Why? Because I know he can compete with Mendy if he gets the chance.
So you're contradicting yourself.
How?
You said if I'm a Kepa fan, I wouldn't want him to stay at Chelsea, but I'm a Kepa fan and I want him to stay at Chelsea.
No, I didn't.
What?
No. I said. Hang on. Let me put that. I said if I was a Kepa fan, which I'm not, number one, I would want him to leave because he's been disrespected at this club. However, what I am is a Chelsea fan, and as a Chelsea fan, I want him to stay because I know he can compete with Mendy, and I know he's the only one who can compete with Mendy.
He's shit. Let him go.
Basically.
Why are they ignoring the elephant in the room?
Glad you finished that sentence before I could have put this on the screen, but fair enough.
Well, get that off. Get that off, Christina Sand. Christina, get that off.
You get Poppadom wrists, bruv. I told you I don't want to hear nothing.
I respect my male players. Actually, no, I give you respect for, our
You respect our male players, so you don't respect the Chelsea women's team. Is this what we're doing?
No, of course. Sam Kerr's Australian. I respect my Sam Kerr.
2022, Matt. Can we have some respect, please?
I respect Sam Kerr, but I said I respect you for respecting our unisex players like Christensen. I respect you. And I respect Sam Kerr because Sam Kerr will score more goals in the men's league than Timo Werner. I know she can because she's a beast. But don't disrespect my gal, Sam Kerr. That's all I'm going to say.
Leave Thatcher out of this. Leave Thatcher's client.
I never even said Thatcher. I said Werner.
I know, but that's Thatcher's client. Thatcher's not even.
I know. Well, at least he's going. That's a start.
Right. Daniel says Delict. I think he means De Jong is a good signing, but I don't want to pay the. I don't want to pay the wages that Barcelona owe him. If we sign him, there is no way we're paying those wages. That's on Barcelona's head top or whoever signed it.
I would gladly pay those wages if it was part of like the whole thing. So if we paid like, say we paid like 60 mil, say, but 17 mil of that was the wages, and it was like 43 mil. Like,
okay, yeah.
But if it's like
if it comes off the main transfer fee, that's cool.
If it's like 60 mil plus the 17 mil, no, you're good. No, thank you.
We saw that this transfer is so bad on all kinds of levels. First of all, when you pay high price for the player, that means that on a low wages. We didn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? When you pay big fines for a player, at least you know that we're on a decent wages. With this guy, we even ruined the wages and how much we paid for the guy. 70 mil plus 100, how much? 150, 180K a week? Nonsense. Like Roman took a big L on that when we did that. Big L.
All right, Matt wants to go on the full screen. Why do you want to go on the full screen, bro?
Because he wants to show us.
Right. I'm with you. So he goes, Kepa Arrizabalaga or Edouard Mendy? What are we saying?
What are you doing?
What the hell is going on?
Yo!
That's
leave them
alone.
Stranger danger. Girls,
run.
Stranger danger.
Run.
Stranger danger.
Run immediately.
Run immediately.
I didn't even hear
Matt using Kepa prop to bag women, you know what?
And he got L from them because girls said
he had to go on mute.
The game's the game.
Yo, because I'm looking at
stranger danger.
I'm looking at goalkeepers with 1 year left on their deal.
Those girls' parents were good. We teach them right.
I'm on transfer market right now.
Call it stranger danger.
He's giving them like a 10-minute fucking
well,
essay.
guys, they gave me. They gave me
man.
I got the W somehow. She gave me her number. That's all I got. Give me a number.
I'm on transfer market right now, looking for goalkeepers with 12 months left on their deal. There's plenty of names.
The public concern says Kepa Arrizabalaga because she technically picked me, which I am to Kepa Arrizabalaga. So that's 1 point for Kepa.
Hey, look, you got some random girls.
Those things, that's the reason those girls yelled at you, man.
Those girls are just trying to enjoy their night.
You ruined their night with Kepa, man.
Right, I just got the W. She just gave me her number, even though I didn't fucking want it. So,
did you call the number and make sure it's legit?
Yeah.
You get your 50-year-old ass out there. Come on. I don't want to hear you laughing, buddy. I don't want to hear you laughing.
She gave him fake number.
Guys, who cares, bro? Who cares? She was an L. Actually, no, she was a W. She said Kepa. She was a W. She said Kepa.
She was a W like 20 seconds ago.
I just know she's a W because she said Kepa Arrizabalaga. But who cares? I
more decisive than Mendy distributing the ball, bro.
I swear, who gave this kid to sniff a cup of vodka? Who gave him? Who? I don't know.
Yeah, he's just drunk.
So.
Fucking hell, man.
Big up, boys. Big up. I'm dipping. Kepa Arrizabalaga in. Get Mendy out.
Yo, hypothetical, right? I have a hypothetical transfer swap deal. We swap Azpilicueta for Neto.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Right?
Who's Neto?
The backup goalkeeper at Barca.
Oh, yeah.
Kepa goes. We get rid of Atsby.
Yeah, but they tried to get rid of Stan Schwarzenegger. What's his name?
Verstegen?
Yeah.
I mean, they could, but like...
There's no, he's one of those players on the high wages where we would like to take it down.
Well, they would ideally have to sell because the situation they're in. But like, Neto, he's their backup goalkeeper. He's got 12 months left. He's probably not going to re-sign. They want Azpilicueta. That's a very easy situation. People act like, how can we find a backup goalkeeper? It's not hard, guys.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he one of the 6 players that Xavi basically omitted from his preseason team because he wanted him to Neto? I think it was Ricky Puig. It was Braithwaite. There was 6 names that he just Mingueza was one as well. There's 6 players he just literally told to leave. He didn't bother taking them for preseason, just told them to leave.
I'll take Dest with Aspi and Alonso going the
I
other
think it's with
way.
Dest. Like people say,
I would-
Dest can play both sides. I'm not taking Dest. Like, have people seen him?
Oh,
Or
he's not going to be starter, Scott.
no. But like, if we're getting a wing back, like what Peter said, if we're getting a wing back that can play both sides, Dest can't play
And
both
Dest
sides.
can.
He can't. When he plays on the left, all he wants to do is come inside all the time. The only way that would
Well,
work is to play someone like a
because-
Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side.
Well, because I think actually that's what Tuchel wants.
According to
I don't
Sport,
really
by
want
the way.
Dest. I don't.
No,
really want
I'm
Dest,
saying
but
like I think the way Tuchel, like if you look at Kennedy, he likes that part of Kennedy that cuts in on the left foot and for example, whoever plays in front of him can go either right foot or left foot. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a part of it that he likes about that thing that wingbacks get to cut in.
I don't really want Dest. But if that gets
Yeah.
That's
Don't get me
I'll
wrong. I
take
don't
it.
want a Dest either. I don't think.
I don't really want him, but if we can get rid of Alonso and Azpilicueta in like a Dest and Neto like swap kind of thing, like I would take it, man. And that means Kepa
Kennedy played left wingback today.
Did he play?
No, I think he came off the bench. I think he came off the bench and played left wing.
He came
Chilwell
off the
started.
bench.
Chilwell
He might
started.
come off the bench for Chilwell, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Chilwell
the game.
started.
We decided
But,
to
like,
go
guys,
home
look,
today instead of.
It's important to know all these names we're bringing up. Yes, this is just depth to fill out the squad, but we need players in these roles. Azpilicueta is wanted by Barca. If we can get a backup goalkeeper and get Kepa,
I don't think he's leaving though. I don't think Aspi is leaving though.
According to Sport,
him to leave, but-
according to Sport, Aspi and Alonso are done, but Chelsea is
According
blocking
to
the moves.
Sport?
Chelsea are blocking the moves because they need to sign people first. They can't just sell them and like keep two center backs.
Well, that's my point. For me, Kepa, Aspi is staying.
Well, I think we're going to try another center back.
Aspi probably will stay regardless. Like
Yeah.
Alonso's the one. If Aspi stays, like it's whatever. Like
He's
fair
not as
enough.
bad as Alonso.
Alonso is the one that needs to go. He's the one
Aspi to me again is like on the N'Golo level where it's like just play him sparingly, and I still think you could get a tune out of him.
Well, the thing with Azpilicueta is if we play him, right, he's going to have to play right center back against a certain type of team. He's not going to be able to play 2, 3, 4 games in a row to a high level, right? So the issue is we need somebody to fill that right center back role like every day. And it can't be him, so it's probably going to have to be like somebody like a Chalobah. Like,
Yeah.
we need a player there, man.
Probably going to be Aspi, not Chalobah.
Chalobah gonna have to step up.
I'll
Although to
be
be honest,
I don't think.
I'll be real. If I had to pick my team for Everton now, I'm putting Ampadu there over the both of them.
Yeah, but I don't think Tuchel is pleased with Ampadu.
Ampadu's been good. Like, he's been good.
Ampadu, he's been good. Don't get me wrong, but
I just think Ampadu is more like the backup for Thiago Silva to play in the middle.
That's the thing. Like I think
Wait,
people seem more as the
Alex,
centre back. But I
what
think
makes you think he's not fond of Ampadu?
I don't think. I think it's the height. I think it's the height. I think Tuchel likes the big centre backs.
How tall is
I swear,
Ampadu?
I swear that's why he.
There's no way Ampadu's 6 feet, man. There's no way.
No
I don't
way.
get it though, seeing as how much he played Aspi and Jay.
Alex,
No. Aspi is taller. That's number one.
Alex,
My point. Hold on a second. My point is
played
because
him
Koundé.
and praised him.
What do you want him to
Ampadu's
say,
not going
man?
to play right center back, though, guys. Like,
can I just point out, Ampadu is taller than Thiago Silva. He's an inch taller than Thiago Silva.
is he really?
Yes.
They measure him with the braids as well, or like they like?
Yeah. The
He
guy
shaved
have
those braids, like,
Fresh
years
Prince
ago.
of Bel-Air over here. I don't think. He's,
I was gonna say maybe he might be, but like I don't know. I just can't see Ampadu playing right center back when like Chalobah and Azpilicueta, regardless of what we think about
I think
them as
Ampadu
players.
is better as a 6. By the way, I don't like him as a center back in the first place.
Because I'm
I like him
assuming
better as a
I'm
six.
assuming we're playing 3-4-3 next week. Somebody's gonna play on that
Yeah.
right hand side. We have Thiago Silva, Koulibaly,
Azpilicueta.
whoever on the left, Reese at right wing back, right? So if Aspi plays, whatever, but like I just don't think like Ampadu
Or it could be Reese and could be what's his name?
Ruben at right wing back.
Ruben at right wing back or JFK right wing back.
Look, I don't even mind who we play. To be honest, as long as like we just fucking win, I don't care that much. But if we see Reece right center back and Ruben right wing back on match day 1, maybe that's hinting, hey guys, we're gonna get a center back.
Yeah.
If we see Azpilicueta playing, you'd be like, hey, maybe Tuchel wants to rely on him for another year. We could disagree with it, but like surely Reece center back and Ruben right wing back is not a solution to last an entire season.
Yeah,
You know
it's not lasting all season. Yeah.
But
According
is
to
that
Standard Sport, they're still aiming for 2 center backs and a wing back. Nothing has
That
changed.
ain't happening.
Yeah. I don't know who we're even going to go in
No,
for.
if anything, they're going to have to go. They'll have to get like hybrids. Like we're hearing Dumfries who could play right centre back and right wing back. We're hearing Pavard who could play right centre back, right wing back.
God, if
That's
we
the sort of signings that I think you'll see from Chelsea.
if we
Left
get
centre backs who
Pavard,
can play wing back and vice versa.
They're probably
Pavard,
aiming for someone like Cho. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, God forbid.
If we get Pavard, I'm going to be so
Oh.
disappointed, man. It's such
If
a.
we
that's
get Dumfries, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh no,
What?
Pavard I don't really mind.
No, Pavard is
It's
dreadful. There's a
Dumfries.
reason. They literally improved in both the areas he played. They went and got an actual right back who's better than him, and they got an actual centre back who's better than him. It's literally we're just taking their their shit. The two players from there that we've been linked with is Pavard, who they're trying to get. They've literally offered out at this point, and Upamecano, who they gave up on after a year.
Yeah,
And it's Bayern. This is a Bayern Munich team who, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, people, please, but they rarely miss on transfers. I feel like they rarely miss on transfers.
Bayern. They rarely
Bayern.
do, to be fair.
And they're
I
trying to
think
get rid of.
although
Because-
Upamecano, they did
because-
miss a little
well,
bit. They're
but
trying to get
that's
rid of him already.
With Upamecano,
No,
they're trying to
that's
get
not
rid of
all.
after a year.
I mean, they rarely miss. I agree, they rarely miss, but it's easy because the system, Bundesliga system, they can pick the players from the domestic league. They pick the
But
best players.
And
Yeah,
they did that with Pavard, and they did that with Upamecano, and they now want to get rid of both of them because they're not good enough, and they've got.
But I
better.
tell you what, Pavard did his thing in a couple of years that he was there. Pavard wasn't bad when he came in.
Actually, I rate Pavard. If he was just depth and under Tuchel, he'd be not bad at all.
Yeah, the thing is, we're replacing 2 starters, so we need starters.
How much does this hypothetical Pavard transfer cost, do we think?
30
About
million
30, 40?
30 million.
Euros or pounds?
30 million
Let me
pounds, 35 to 40 million euros.
Here's the thing. Pavard was put in the list with names like Kimpembe, with Skriniar. That's the thing. Like, I feel like it's the most realistic move for us.
By the way, whoever was talking to me, whoever was explaining to me Koulibaly, because I haven't seen Koulibaly playing like that before. Remember, we had a conversation that the 2 center backs cannot play in a specific way if they're similar to players. I actually think
first day at the beach.
Yeah, I think I saw something Koulibaly did that I didn't see him before. The guy can move with the ball.
Yeah, the guy is very well rounded. Very well rounded. People are gonna learn on Koulibaly's name this season, bro. Same way with Silva.
Alex, let me put it to you this way: for a long time, like when I was watching Koulibaly in like the mid 2010s in Serie A, right? For a long time, I legitimately thought he was left-footed because of how he uses his left foot on the ball.
By the way, when I watched him in the Championship League against Liverpool, I thought he was left-footed when he played against on that side.
Yeah, I thought he was.
There will be Koulibaly Van Dijk comparisons this season. They will be very early. Very
I thought
early.
he was left-footed. Like, don't worry about Koulibaly being able to be progressive. Like, he's about as close to like a Rudiger type in this system and somebody we could have gotten, in my opinion.
I'll be real. I think in terms of ball progression, he might be better than Rudiger.
Oh, I think he's
not mine. Rudiger was just bullying. He
running.
He just like he was a bulldozer, and I mentioned that he was a bulldozer. I didn't know that Koulibaly can move with the ball that good, and the guy have a heck of a left foot. And who was somebody I was arguing and said that Koulibaly can hit with there was in space. He's both left-footed and right-footed player, and they were saying no, he's not. And so for me, if that's the how Koulibaly can play, go get Skriniar, because that combination will be deadly if we get Skriniar.
The thing with both those guys, sorry to interrupt you, is with Skriniar and with Koulibaly, they can both play on both sides. They're both interchangeable. So if you need someone who's
Skriniar can play on the
play on
plays
both.
only on the right.
He used to play on the left. Now he plays on the right.
I was going to say he used to play on the left, and then when Bastoni came into the first 11, he switched and played over on the right because Bastoni was left-footed. But he can play
That would
both.
be a genuine upgrade on last season's back three.
And the thing is, if you've got it, and as well, you can kind of set up to defend against. Because if you've got, a slightly more physical presence on the right-hand side, you put Koulibaly over on the left. And if you've got a slightly more physical presence on the right, you move Koulibaly over to the right, put Skriniar on the left. And you should have no change in terms of quality on either side. Skriniar's the one I want. And what do they want? They want 60 mil for him? Bro, that's not even that much in the grand scheme.
They want 60 million euros?
I think it's between 60 and 70 they want. I can't remember if it's pounds.
Didn't we basically offer like 60 million euros for Koundé?
No, I think it was pounds.
Yes.
I can't remember which
we
way.
Were offering 55 million pounds.
Yeah, it was 55 million.
55 million pounds, so it would have been in the 60s.
Well, guys, you got to remember pounds to euros. So that's like what, 61, 62 million euros, something like that on the current conversion rate. We like the money is there. Look, I'm of the belief, right? If I had to only get 2 more players this summer, I need a wingback that can play either side, and I need a center back. I know our attackers are dog shit. I hear it. They frustrate me, right? But the foundation of this team is the defensive solidity, right? And the cohesiveness in midfield. That is where the strength of our players are. You know what I mean? If we try and plug holes up top while leaving guys like Ruben and Azpilicueta and Chalobah to play major minutes, we are going to suffer. God forbid.
I actually agree with you on that. Yeah. My main push for the attack was because I weren't sure if we were going to sort out our defensive options.
Like, God forbid
won't our attack be worse and our defense be worse?
God forbid something happens to one of our world-class center backs, then we're really fucked. You know what I mean? Just fortify that. We can figure out the front later. Fofana,
I feel like I've seen enough from Mount, Havertz, and Sterling to think they can work.
That's why more people turns to be converting to CR7 for one season, short-term fix.
Look, I don't even care about that. Give me a right center back. Give me somebody who plays on either side. That's such a crazy photo. Jesus.
I like Fofana, guys, but I think it's going to be harder to get Fofana this season.
I was going to say,
Fofana's impossible.
Leicester City will fleece us. Leicester City will fleece us.
100%.
That's the hardest defense.
Especially that late in the transfer window.
No, but they do need to sell players.
They do, but they will try and sell Maddison. They'll try and sell.
And they lost money in the market. The guy lost money.
Hey, look at it this way, right?
They're trying to sell Tielemans. I think Michael might be leaving. I heard there was a.
Yeah, he's going.
They had a bid accepted from a league thing. I think it was Nice.
Yes. So like they will get money elsewhere. Fofana is like the last player they need to sell. He's like the last player.
So look at it this way with Inter, right?
Tielemans. He's the one. Tielemans. He's the one that actually is asking for leave, not.
Yeah, because he's not signing a new deal, and his deal ends next. So they need to sell him, otherwise they lose him for a free.
So Skriniar has 1 year left on his deal, right?
Yes, and if he doesn't get sold, they're gonna extend him.
Hey,
but he's probably for sale. Him or
okay, they have a Lukaku that they probably want to take back, right? We see this happen all the time. We see this we saw it with us and Atletico Madrid in the early to mid 2010s, right? Players going back and forth like all the time. You see these relationships a lot, right? If we were to put down 65 million euros per se for a Milan Skriniar, right? And cool, like we sign him, it's great. Then hey, if we had to accept a cut price to return Lukaku next summer for something like 50 million euros, and I'm fine with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's actually happening. You're right. Like you get the line of saying, "Look, we'll do good next year. Like if you'll give us."
That's how you start building relationships with clubs.
You scratch
my back. Yeah.
We do it all the time. We did it with
Atletico a couple of times.
We did it with Atletico. We did it with a bunch of clubs in terms of sending loan players and stuff. We've done this a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not? If we have a need, they're going to have a player they're going to want to bring back next summer. You know, they have a player with 1 year left on his deal. They can get really good money for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll take an L.
I know you don't want to talk about it. Did Partey play today in Arsenal's game?
Apparently he did.
Yeah, apparently he did. Yeah.
Huh? No way, did he? No,
no. Hold on. Apparently the club knew about it. the whole situation.
Let me look.
There's no way he played.
Yeah, of course he did.
He played.
No, he played. No, he played.
Yeah,
Blood.
like I
He
said,
started in midfield with Granit Xhaka.
look, apparently
They played him.
Yes.
Well, apparently
played
the club visited and there was nothing there, like a long time ago.
I'm not going to make any statements, but the man has 3 cases, and I'm
Two.
gonna just leave it there. I swear it was 3. I heard 3.
It's 2 active ones now.
Two active
Oh, 2
ones.
active.
I don't know how much you want to talk about this.
Oh, hold on. He had more than one person.
Oh no, he's got 2 currently ongoing cases against him.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Oh, sorry. Allegedly. Apologies.
I don't think we should go down this road.
No. I'm just shocked he
I
started.
was just wanted to know if he will start today. That's all I wanted to know, because that will actually show if there's. Wow.
But no, yeah, like I mean, we could talk more about it backstage. But just in terms of like actually sorting our problems, look, guys, it would be great if 6 new sexy signings came in before next week. It's not going to happen, right? We need to get a lot of these players out the door. If we can fortify the wingback areas and our center back pool, because like it or not, we're probably going to use this system, if not primarily, for large portions of the season at the very least, right? Tuchel likes the versatility. Let's get the tools we need. Yes, I don't like the idea of watching these underachieving attackers drag down Raheem Sterling over the course of the season, but like, just have some perspective, guys. We're in a weird situation because of the sanctions. I don't for a second believe we lose those 2 center backs if we're not a sanctioned football club. I don't believe it, but it happened, right? So we're in a bit of a dire situation. Build from the back. We can always go and get an attacker either next summer or in the January window after the World Cup. You never know, right? But most importantly, guys like Werner, guys like Kepa, a guy like maybe a Ziyech forcing a move, Hudson-Odoi being unhappy, maybe finding a move. If they can work a miracle and get Ross Barkley out of here, if not, his contract expires next summer. Kennedy's been on a million preseasons. I like him, but like it's about time. Emerson, I don't know, but like, if we can get some of these names out and get 2 more signings in, I'll be okay with it. But we need to work on trimming this wage bill with underachieving talent, and we need to work on structuring ourselves better.
1,000 naked pictures of yourself now. You make.
I have no idea who that is. But
what the fuck?
I don't know. That wasn't me.
Wasn't me, bro.
Yo,
Bro, I was on me. I don't know who did that.
boy.
That wasn't me either. Mine was mute and video and out.
That's
Not me.
Let's see one.
No, it weren't, bro. I was on mute.
No one's gonna admit to that shit.
I mean, we can go back and look, but
What the fuck?
because I went to the kitchen, so I was muted.
Hey, yo, Goyam, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, fuck.
Hey, man. I don't know.
Oh, that was
My conscience is clear.
on hefty sauce. What the fuck?
Hey, it was prime on the low, but we'll leave it.
You didn't even deny it, bro. All right, cool. No worries. Ross admits that Matt's
no.
nose is bigger than Kepa's career. Fairs. I didn't even know what we were talking about before that. That just spun in my head.
Nah, I was trying to give logic for why we're not probably gonna. I would rather not try and force an attacker on Thomas Tuchel than like, hey, we need a wingback. We obviously need a center back.
I think he said though he wants an attacker. So
I'm sure he does. I'm 100% sure he does, Scott. I hear it. I would too. That means he has common sense. He knows these guys aren't it. I get it, but like the market kind of dictates what you can get at certain points. You know what I mean? We have more easy solutions for center backs and wing backs than we do for like ideal attacking players.
Potentially, I'd say obviously because someone mentioned this earlier and it has been mentioned in the past. It depends on how much he would cost because he is their best player. But I'd still at least see what Palace would take for Zaha, and if not, just go.
Have like a year or two left.
Yeah, he has a year.
Yeah, his contract expires.
Oh, bro, I tweeted it yesterday, or I think it was 2 days ago. I'll take Zaha at Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'll take.
Or as I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure Elise's release clause is 35 mil. Just go and pay that. Go and pay that and just get Elise.
Yeah,
Look, again, I would take that as well.
I will take Elise, man. I will take that kid.
For 35 mil as well. Like even if that goes
Even
wrong,
send him back on loan. I don't care. Just
I
get him
take it. But like, even if it goes wrong with Elise, he's young enough and like got enough talent that you could make a decent chunk of that back. All he has to do is go and get one good loan at another club, and you can make a decent amount of that back.
The weird thing about this comment saying Zaha's a panic buy, guys, Zaha had 14 Premier League goals and 12 from open play last season in a mid-table Premier League side, where he didn't really have like a focal point as a striker. Like, we can slander Zaha for what it looks like. At the end of the day, Zaha produces in this Premier League environment better than all of our current attackers, bar Raheem Sterling. Like, and he's at a decent age. He's not 30 yet. He's a dynamic player who can play 1v1. He can play on either flank. He's played as a striker at times, like in a front two when Hudson was there. Should we ever go like 4-2-2, he's the kind of person who can play in that environment. Like,
and he can play on the 9 as well.
Also, the biggest thing about Zaha for me is, in comparison to some of the other people we tried to go for, like Kimpembe, Ake, all these others, he actually wants to leave. Like, you look at Kimpembe, has no desire to leave. Ake, no desire to leave. Kunde wanted to leave, but we fucked around so much that he just wanted to go Barca. Rafinha only wanted Barca. Like, Dembele kind of wanted to stay at Barca. Like, it was just he just wasn't happy with what he was getting paid. Like, with all of these players, there's either they want to stay at the club they're at, or they just have one club in mind that they want to go to. Zaha just wants to.
An L on Kunde, man.
Wants to leave.
And go ahead, and don't tell me you don't rate Grealish. Really?
Bro, he's
That's
gonna
bad.
I don't rate Grealish either.
No, Grealish is gonna ball out this season.
Nah.
Grealish is he's gonna start. He's gonna start like left wing.
You know,
My question is,
systems, you need a year to bed into that. Like, he's
the
gonna
same
do
thing
it.
Cancelo and Rodri, bro. Look at them now.
Hell, even to the back end of last season, Grealish was on a madness.
Come on,
Nah.
I just
Can
don't.
Zaha
I
play
don't
wing back?
understand. I don't understand what people in the comments are saying. Like, you guys lack patience. Like, you'll slander the new attackers, guys. If they perform like the old ones, yes. But the point is, we don't think they will.
And plus, the forwards that we have right now, it's like the worst forward line I've seen in years.
Exactly. Like,
From my whole time watching Chelsea, no wonder they all get
people
slandered.
want us to go through a like 2.5 years or 3 years in some cases. Some of these players, like that's what they want. They want to go through a
I
third
don't
year.
see how Zaha flops of other attackers compared.
It depends what we pay for it at the end of the day. But like, people want to go for a third year of.
I think he knows that this is his last payout in the football.
Also,
so he's probably will push for the last season and go on free and choose the highest amount where he goes.
It's not even for a payout. It's just an opportunity to win trophies. Like, he's been health cares for his whole prime. Sorry, Scott, go ahead.
I'll just say to the dickhead in the comments who keeps saying no one cares about my opinion, no one wants you here, then fucking pay £100 and kick me out, bro. But until then, fuck up.
Yeah, you tell them, Scott.
I just did a timeout anyway, so that's all good.
I pay £100, bro.
For the whole panel anyway, so.
Guys, can Zaha play wing back?
It's the same guy says, Alex,
Zaha
no
play
one
wing
cares.
back.
Please be quiet.
No.
Yeah.
I tell you too, man. Put the £100, man.
No, Zaha would play across the front three if he came to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Because
way,
every winger we've been linked to is someone who can also play wing back. That's mainly why they're being turned off. So
is that mainly
Zaha
why?
can play
Or is
wing
that
back, we'll go for
why?
it.
I think in some cases it was. I think that was the case for Rafinha. I don't think it was the case for Dembele. I don't think. Who else are we linked with? Is that it? To be fair, in the front line.
The club
I
not
see
put an
Dembele
offer for
working as
Dembele
wing
fourth?
back if he ever joined. He would be He would play like Cho eventually.
Scott, did the club ever put in an offer for Dembele? I don't think they did, right?
I don't actually know if they did.
No,
I
they
genuinely
didn't.
can't remember if they did or not.
They didn't.
But
This is why I'm saying against on what's his name on Kunde deal, because I think this is my theory and I think I'm right about that. Chelsea put the bid on last Thursday, which is right by what they're saying. The problem is what's the name of that club? Sevilla. What they tried to do is make it a little bit higher, like they did last season. They know Chelsea needs the defenders, so they tried to put Barcelona as a bidding war, like with Chelsea. But Chelsea said we're not playing those games, and pulled out immediately. So Sevilla didn't have no chance, but accepted Barcelona's bid, which was lower than Chelsea's. So when Chelsea pulled out, nobody else is going for Koundé but Barcelona. And what happened? They had to accept it a little bit. I don't believe ever to see. I never saw any other club to explain they sell for lower price to La Liga team like Sevilla did. I've never seen it before. Somebody doing all this.
I've never seen someone have to come out with a statement afterwards to explain it.
Exactly, it was so weird.
I mean,
Why
the
would you
villa
explain
chairman,
yourself?
the villa chairman explained in a video, right, like why they sold Jack Grealish for 100 mil, but like they're like, look, we're gonna invest the money in new players.
Yeah.
And to be fair to them, they did, and like that's their boyhood player, and like that was their club captain. But it was 100 mil, like
the academy player.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you've accepted a big amount. This is the reverse, where you've accepted less.
Yeah,
and now you're
I've never
explaining
seen
why.
a team. I've never seen a team explain twerking for a league rival on the internet like that.
Exactly. Like
I've
to
never seen
explain
that.
himself, like like a guilty person, like always, like you know what I'm saying, like try to push.
It's like somebody who comes up with too elaborate of a lie for why they couldn't make like a party or something. It's like, bro, I don't care.
What's his name? And then you see Koundé on the airplane in the coach. Like what the hell? Flying to Barcelona from Portugal on coach.
I just want to say, I think Todd Brookley is such a funny slander name. Like, guys, guys, Chelsea are clearly trying to spend the money. It's not like we're not linked to anyone, and like if it were up to Chelsea, we would have Koundé and Rafinha, and that would have taken the summer total to damn near £200 million.
Yeah,
like it's not like we're not trying to spend money. Trust me. Like they were interested in De Ligt, they would have spent more on De Ligt than Koulibaly. Raheem Sterling is £47.5 million as well. Like, guys, Todd Bowley has money. Chelsea have money. It's not like we don't have money to get players. That's not what's happening here.
Exactly.
So just relax, guys. You'll be all right.
Yeah, less wacky, more go on dates like Matt and
Matt was on a date. He just on some
that
girls.
was no date. Just
he thinks he
scaring
is
a bunch of poor women.
Those girls look
Kepa
so.
prop.
You know what's fucked up? That was 2 a.m. Australian time. Yeah.
These girls are coming back from a night out. They're drunk. They're tired. They want to sleep. And you got this random man coming up to him with a phone talking about some bozo called Kepa. Probably never even heard of him.
Yeah, would you
why? What's even the point? Is there any
And he was showing a zebra, like a,
oh yeah, the zebra crossing. Like, oh look, we have this. Yay! What's the point? Yeah, other than the Barkley stuff, Kepa, Timo, Werner, nothing really surprising. Big up Werner for actually halving your paycheck, by the way. I'm actually going to give him credit for that.
By the way, is he going or he's staying?
Well, he's apparently going to agree halving his salary so he can go to Leipzig on loan. So more credit to him for doing that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we buy Angelino then.
Yeah, apparently they're going to try. Chelsea want to make it a swap deal, which again, even better. 2 birds, 1 stone. Maybe get Angelino in, maybe get Vardio in.
Don't get too greedy. Just get Werner out of here with a buyout.
Yeah.
Peter, are you having PTSD? You don't.
Nah, I would take some of their players, but guys, Werner and 270K walking out the door, like I'll take it. I don't care about getting anybody in return from Leipzig specifically. Like there's other options for what we need.
No, it's just if Werner well, that's another different option, but like we just also have to get another forward in too. If he goes.
I know, but like we don't have to go to Leipzig to solve like our squad issues. You know what I mean? Like we've discussed other solutions. We have the money. Like if they want to take Werner for whatever reason, like God knows what's up with them. Like have him. Fuck it. Like bite their hand off, leave. Never pick up the phone again.
R.I.P. Go AM.
R.I.P. Klasref if that happens. No, he'll go back to being a Leipzig fan. Or whatever, or wherever Werner is. He'll follow Timo with him. And fair enough. Yeah, I'd only have that. If it was only for Vardio, I'd truly be happy. But other than that, again, just get rid of the wages, get Zaha in, and then we're cooking. Even Chris agrees. Best interest for Timo and Chelsea. Damn right, man. Just
Timo.
I don't know where Fata is. Someone needs to check up on him.
Oh,
Just clean your hands with it and like.
Liverpool
Yeah.
versus City is about to be in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was looking at the team.
Oh fuck! The Community Shield's in half an hour. Shit.
Yeah.
Haaland starts.
Arsenal big trophy.
Yeah, they're gonna be crying, bruv.
Yeah,
Oh no, they got the Emirates Cup. They got their preseason trophy,
Oh,
and the Florida Cup.
and
we
the
gave
Florida.
Do you guys think we'll have a player? Do you think we'll have a deal agreed before the Everton game?
As in an incoming? No.
Yes.
Incoming.
Yes.
What, an Everton player incoming?
No,
a deal in place before the Everton game. Yes.
Oh, depends on who.
Koulibaly happened in like 36 hours. Yes.
Yes,
no. I'm just thinking it depends on who it is.
Can you put Super Tama Tuchel comment on, please?
Y'all don't talk about Pulisic. He's protected. I haven't spoke about Pulisic because I didn't watch the first half today.
Why?
And I don't want to talk. Everyone knows my thoughts on him. So
I
can't say nothing on him.
Wait, hold on. You think a panel of 2 Americans and guys from not America are protecting Pulisic because he's American?
No. He means like the regular panel with Josh and Jesters and everything too.
Oh, you must be new here. I told you, the only people who rate Pulisic are the people who don't have neighbors in America. If you don't have neighbors on both sides, you rate Pulisic. If you live around actual people, you don't like them. I'm telling you. Alex likes Pulisic.
No, take care, Raddy.
No, I don't.
Alex, that's why your next door neighbor. Don't even lie.
Like 25 meters?
25 meters. That's further than mine, man. I'm telling you.
On Pulisic though, like he's the same player who he always is. Like he'll turn up one game.
I do not like Pulisic. Where you got that from?
I'm running agendas, Alex. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, like he's one of these players. Like he'll turn up in a couple of games, then won't turn up in 2 more games, and then when he doesn't play, you'll hear all the Pulisic stands being like, you'll hear all the Pulisic stands being like, oh, if he was playing, he'd do so much, he'd be taking advantage of this space. Then when he does play,
you guys start complaining on Twitter again.
Yeah, bro, they'll complain that he could be doing so well in this team if he actually played, and then he comes in and he's shit, and then you don't hear anything from him, and then he doesn't play anymore. And it's he could be really good.
Reliable.
It's the same cycle over and over again, bro.
No, there's no point of talking about him every
time.
It's
just Groundhog Day.
Everybody,
it's just boring at this point.
Enjoy your day. I'm out. If you guys are doing a stream tomorrow, maybe depending on the time. Pick up everybody. People watching, like the stream. Stop being stingy bastards. Love to all of you. I don't know where Lewis went, but yeah. Pick up everybody. Enjoy your day. And we're not going to win the league, but I'll say we are. So we're going to win the league.
We are. By the way, Albo, Alex next door neighbor is wild chimpanzee. You my neighbor? You are my neighbor, Albo. Oh my word. So who else is on the second game today? The one is early in the morning. Who else was playing? How Kovacic did?
Apparently Kovacic was really good. Apparently Loftus-Cheek was really good. I like Gilmore. I said this at the start of the stream. I like Gilmore.
And the deepest.
He came on for Gallagher, so I assume he was playing deep, and he looked quite good. Like the thing I was liking about him is he looks, and the thing I do like about him in general is he actually looks like he. How do I say this? He understands what everything is around him. It's like even before he gets the ball, he knows where everyone else is around him, so he can just play it quickly, left or right or behind him, and he doesn't really lose the ball, which I think you need to play in like the midfield, especially from deep and in those tight areas. I don't know how the defense did. I just genuinely don't know how the defense did.
It's time to go.
Oh yeah, Bowley, we were about to wrap up the stream, but what are you saying anyway, my guy?
Paranoia. His name is Paranoia, not Bowley.
Well, I didn't run away. I went toilet. I'm not allowed to go toilet in the middle of a stream. Fucking hell, guys.
Okay, no, well,
and yeah, to David, I would go for Elisa. I just weren't too sure how much we would be overpaying. But apparently there's a release clause, so it wouldn't be too bad. Bowley, what are you saying, bro?
Oh, I was impressed by the first preseason, not the one today. I did not watch. It was too early. But yeah, the first preseason, I saw some patterns of play. Really impressed. Mendy was ass. Who else? Havertz was asked too. impressed by my unvaccinated renegade, Kante. Kante was good, but he gave away ball a lot. Crazy guy. But yeah, overall I was impressed.
Yeah, decent. What about the?
Nobody asked you what you think about the game, but
Werner, let him
you
go,
like how
man.
Werner played?
He's one of our L's like Kepa. Let him go.
What do you think of how did Werner did yesterday?
Werner didn't play yesterday, did he?
No, he's injured.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna trip the
I
guy.
really just tried to. Right, yeah, forget. Right, we're gonna wrap up the stream here anyway. Big up everyone that's locked in as always. Back tomorrow, same time, same place, depending on the news. But yeah, until then, like and subscribe, and as always, up the Chelsea.